fucked. Like, those controls, if you have to know what you're doing, I guess. I mean, it's not even that you have to know what you're doing. They're just hard to use, I guess. Even though, like, I don't have a problem. But it's like, you're not using the motion controls, and that's like, let your camera stick controls left and right, and moving the controller moves it all over the place, and then you can turn it off and use non-motion controls, but like the way they work feels weird. It's not like a normal shooter. But I use motion controls, and like, I feel like if you can't get used to the motion controls, like, you're not gonna like the game as much. But I didn't have a problem with it. I immediately was used to the motion controls, and that game is so much fun. I play that game all the time. That's true, your M is... Like, chatty just doesn't do everything right. I don't know why your M isn't capitalized, though. But it's a lot better than using the Twitch pop-out, which is what I would have to use otherwise. Because if I use the Twitch pop-out, then it's just... we're gonna have a bad time. Like, I've tried using that, and then I gotta, like, mess around with my OBS, because I have... It counts as Firefox still, or Chrome, or whatever my browser is, instead of counting it as its own thing. Even though for some reason it always fucks up when it says chatty also. But Gargan, I can't start selling Surge because Coca-Cola is supposed to start actually restocking Surge. Like, it's actually supposed to come back because their test run's over. So, like, I think it's like the rumor that it's actually gonna be back in stores pretty soon. And then we have the new Crystal Pepsi coming back. Like, we're in the fucking 90s again. Like, new Jurassic Park movie. Terminator's coming out next year. Like, French Toast Crunch came back. All these Kickstarters for 90s games. Like, man, like, we are living in the 90s. Gargan, Surge is so fucking good. It's the best. Nothing will ever beat Surge for a good drink. Surge is what you drink when you want to stay up all night playing video games with just one drink. Even though, like, modern day energy drinks and, like, other drinks around the same time had more caffeine and stuff in it than Surge did. Like, I don't know why Surge was ever taken off shelf. Like, Surge is so good. Like, I mean, I don't even understand why you would ever take a drink off of store shelves. Like when I think about it, like, if your drink isn't selling very well, like, as long as it's still making money, like, why would you ever remove it? Like, it can't cost more to sell it than it costs to make it. So, I mean, like Squirt. Like, there's an example. Like, Squirt is not a popular drink, but it's just been around forever. Like, Squirt is only around because a lot of people like mixing it in, like, drinks and has a weird name. But, I mean, like, if something like that's still around, or, like, Tab, like, nobody drinks Tab. Tab's still around, so, like, why couldn't Surge have just stayed around? Like, I don't even understand, like, why you would take something off the market because it's, like, not doing good. Like, why not just keep it on the market and then just, like, have something else that's new? Like, oh, Crystal Pepsi wasn't doing good? Whatever, just leave it on the market. Even if it sells, like, one can a year, it's still selling that one can. Just don't ship it out as much. Find that one area where it's selling and just ship there. I guess it's because they have to ship, like, a certain number to every store. And it's like they constantly come back, like, expired. Or whatever, like, not sold. Then they have to just stop selling it. Gargan, they have that. It's Surge. Surge is like the ultimate drink for anything. Surge is that caffeine ocean. Keep you up all night speedrunning. But no, they would never make a drink for speedrunners because speedrunners are cheap. and broke usually. Speedrunners are just they're just poor. Like, gamers are poor. Speedrunners are even more poor. I don't know how that is, but it just always seems like people who speedrun are just always broke. Like, I don't know what the deal is. There's like no like there's gamers who like have a lot of money. There's like no speedrunners who are like obscenely rich unless they're rich from like streaming, and even then they're not like filthy rich. Also, speedrunning already is like not a popular. Like it's already like not a very like it's a very niche audience. Dude, Surge is like the only super green drink. It's awesome. Like man. Like Mountain Dew is a joke. Mountain Dew is like piss yellow. Then you got Surge. It is like fucking radiant, like green. It's like as green as my. Well, okay, you can't see it. I was gonna say it's green as my W split, but you can't see that. Gargan, my man. That's the way to do it. Like I don't watch TV. I watch Netflix, and I watch like Netflix is basically like a way I watch Futurama. Like if Futurama wasn't on Netflix, I feel like I would not watch Netflix very often because that's all I watch on there. I watch a lot of Futurama. That show is my jam. Like I don't know, like TV shows are just like I just do not enjoy watching. Like people are like, oh, like the new Game of Thrones or the new whatever the fuck, like stuff like that, like or the new Breaking Bad, like all those shows that were super popular. I can't get into them. Like they were so boring. Like nothing ever happens. Even like TV sitcoms, like there's not very many of those where stuff even happens. Like, but especially TV dramas, like. If I wanted something like plot, I would just read a book or watch a movie. When you watch a TV show, it's like a whole episode of nothing happening, and then like 2 minutes where stuff happens at the very end. You're just like, oh, holy shit, that was so good. Like, oh my god. I'm like, what happened to the rest of the episode? And they're like, nothing. I don't know. I watched a little bit of it, Nathan, but like, I don't know, like, I'm just saying, I just said that because it's a popular TV show. That one's, I've watched a little bit of that, and stuff actually kind of does happen in that show sometimes, more than other shows. Like, when I watch Breaking Bad, that is a show where, like, it's like a whole episode of nothing happening, except for, like, 5 minutes. Like, you could just watch 5 minutes of the show and be pretty much good. That and, I don't know, there's a couple other ones I can think of that are like that. Where they're just shows that are just, like, nothing happens except for, like, just a little bit. Ooh, CSI, there's another good one where nothing happens. This is a whole show about nothing happening, but, like, maybe 5 minutes. Like, you could just make a CSI abridged and just, like, cut together all the parts where stuff happens from the episode, and it would be the same thing as watching the whole episode. And it'd be like a 5-minute show. Yeah, Gargan, like, my TV hasn't shown cable in years. All my TVs are for is, like, for playing games, pretty much. And, like, the occasional Netflix, like I said. Yeah, Gargan, you mentioned that. That show was awesome. Like, the Beetlejuice animated series is really good. Have you ever watched SWAT Cats? That's, like, it's a little older, but SWAT Cats is really fucking good, too, for, like, that kind of older 90s, like, cartoons. Like, Thundercats is good, G.I. Joe, the Transformers, like, all the cartoons from Cartoon Network, like, all their original series. Those are all fucking great. No, I thought I was gonna dodge it. Dude, fuck that, like, air nozzle. Why is it even there? Why can't it be a little more out of the way? Like, I was doing so good. I would have had such a fast time. And then I get hit by the air nozzle. Yeah, I would have had, like, I would have been way ahead at that point if I didn't get hit by the air nozzle. I don't know. I love watching like, old cartoons. Just cartoons in general. Those are my favorite thing to watch. But like, I don't know. Even like for anime, like movies and all those things, there's never been very many I've been into. Like a couple sitcoms, a couple different types of movies and stuff. But like, generally, not a big fan of any of those. Unless they're like legit good. Like the stuff nowadays, like Game of Thrones and like a couple other ones are getting like actually remembered for a while. But like, there's gonna be a lot that are just gonna be like gone, like that people are like super hype about. That people are gonna be like, what was that? Like, I don't know what the fuck was that. I don't remember. I remember like it's gonna be like a really like kind of niche thing. Like a lot of the modern TV. I feel like just TV nowadays is not very good. Netflix and online shows are just dominating. Like nothing can touch them because they're like actually good. Like I remember hearing that they were gonna have a new season of Futurama on Netflix, and I was like, "Holy shit, when is that gonna happen?" And it was supposed to be in June, but it hasn't happened yet. If it is true, I heard about that shit. I got hype. That was a good two brace 49. Nothing will ever beat my 50 though. That 50 was way too real. That was on pace for 50. That was like that was the fastest run I had until I fucked up on that the S curves, and like had to go back a little bit. Wouldn't slow down so I didn't hit the wall. If I didn't do that, I probably would have been in the 50s. Ooh, I just thought of another show that's like 5 minutes of action, like the whole episode. The Walking Dead. That is a show. I remember trying to watch that and I just could not get into it because that show is like a lot of like not action with like a little bit of action in between there. Like when I'm saying action, I'm not saying like action like a lot of like you know, like high intensity action. I mean like just stuff happening. Like, just nothing happens in all these shows nowadays. It's just a bunch of, like, stuff, like, nothing going on. No plot development, no nothing, just stuff. There's nothing wrong with it, but it's just, like, it's so much nothing going on. Like, basically, when I think of entertainment, I'm just thinking, like, if I'm watching this, I'm not playing a game or, like, reading a book or something like that, and, like, there's so many things, like reading a book or playing a game or stuff where it's just, like, you're gonna get a better experience. Like, it's just, you can't compete. It's like, for a TV show to compete, it has to be, like, it has to be able to compete with those, and there's not many that, like, really can. I guess that's more of the thing there. It's like, when I'm watching a show, I was just like, man, I could be playing like some type of video game and getting a better experience across the board. But there's a couple like movies and games and stuff that deliver a good experience overall. A lot of 80s movies are fucking awesome. Like that just fucking they're 80s movies. Like you just can't beat those. And there are some shows nowadays that are still really good. But like in general, it's just like man, like. The stuff that's popular right now is all, like, the really intense drama, serious business, 24/7, like, that's what's popular right now, and that shit is just, like, man, nothing is happening. My favorite movies? Oh, fuck. It's always hard for me to decide, like, favorite movies, because I don't watch very many movies. Wreck-It Ralph is on there. Wreck-It Ralph's one of my favorite movies. Probably Breakfast Club. It's a good movie. One of the original trilogy Star Wars movies, doesn't matter which one, they're all, like, really good. Any of them. Super Mario Bros. The movie, for nostalgia. That movie is so bad, but I love watching it so much. Because it is so cheesy. It is so great. I'm trying to think like movies I've seen a bunch of times. Like I just like could watch like over and over again. Oh, Back to the Future Part 2. This is another one. Like it always changes. Those are just kind of off the top of my head ones I'm thinking of. Not really in any order. Well, Gargan, you had one, right? I'm not really a Power Rangers fan. But I actually do like the Super Mario Bros. Movie. I have it on VHS. Yeah, I'm gonna see the new Star Wars. Like, everyone complains about how bad it looks and shit, and I'm just like, well, it looks a lot fucking better than any of the original trilogies did, or the prequel trilogies did. Like, when you watch, I want to watch a trailer for the prequel trilogy, that shit just looks like terrible. None of them like really look good. This one at least looks good. Like when I saw those X-Wings flying over the water, that shit looked incredible. Like, okay, let's be real here. When you saw that shit going on, when you saw the Millennium Falcon flying, that shit looked so good. Like, that trailer was better than watching the original trilogy. Or, fuck, prequel trilogy, whatever. Ooh, I forgot. Who Framed Roger Rabbit's a really good movie. I forgot about that one. Dude, Gargan, why don't you speedrun Who Framed Roger Rabbit the game? That's a good game, right? The Mask is from that time period when Jim Carrey was like really dominant in his roles as a comedian in movies. It's also from the time when Adam Sandler actually had funny movies. Way back in the day. Now you gotta play the NES one, Gargan. What are you doing? I'm trying to think of other movies that I really like. Because like Wreck-It Ralph is for sure on there, and so is the Super Mario Bros. Movie. I'm trying to think of other movies that are like really good that I could just watch over and over again. I like Ferris Bueller's Day Off, but I don't know if I'd want to include that on there also. Same thing with like war games, like all those 80s movies. I love all those 80s movies so much. Like I don't know if I would like really be like, yeah, that's like some of my favorite movies. I could watch those all the time. I mean, I could watch them a lot, but like I haven't like seen them as much. I feel like I've watched a little bit of Blade Runner. I feel like that would be on there if I'd actually seen the whole thing. But like when I watched it, it was like in the background while I was doing something else. But like I feel like that would be one of my favorite movies if I actually watched it. Got him. Damn, that was saving a lot of time. So if I get Peter despawn here, this is like confirmed the run. Unless I fuck up at the end. But, I don't know, I'm thinking of movies, and like I can't really think of any other ones that I really liked a lot. Oh, I can actually think of one. There's an, Akira, the anime movie. The older one. But like, I don't know if either of you have seen it. That's another one that's my favorite. The one about it's the futuristic, like Neo Tokyo, like World War III happened and it's like a mystic type deal. One of the kids gets like psychic powers. That movie's fucking super good. I thought of that because I thought of a different animated movie, and then I remembered that one, which is definitely like one of my favorites. But that one and the other one I was gonna say was The Disappearance of Haruhi Suzumiya. It's Akira. But the other one's The Disappearance of Haruhi Suzumiya. That movie is really good too. But Akira is like, I remember the first time I saw that movie is incredible. Dude, Spirited Away is really good too. Also, it's serious time now. There we go. Of course that would happen, right? Yeah, I do like Miyazaki stuff. Nah, Nathan, Akira is so good. Akira is like legit, like one of the best like animated movies. Oh, I think that sketches and like sketchy. Yeah, it's a fucking good movie. Like the motorcycle, kind of motorcycle in there. Oh my god, that's like the fucking stuff of dreams. I thought about going for that jump, and then I was like, no. This is not the time. There's one between every level, Nathan. So there's 7. And they're all about a minute and a half long. Minute 20, roughly, usually. Holy shit. Dude, my hands are like so cold at the fingertips because like all the blood like drained out of them. Oh my god.